Good evening, everyone. My name is Edgar, and this is Historical Conspiracies. Tonight we've got another list for you. This is a group of TV shows that depict an end-of-the-world scenario. This may be a show about the world ending, or may take place after the world has already gone to hell in a handbasket. So just sit back and check out our list, and if you get a chance, actually we're trying something new. We'll put a link below where you can follow and actually vote on which one is your favorite, so we can get a list going of Mystcon's favorite end of the world scenario TV shows. Alright, so let's jump right in. Number 1, Z Nation. Alright, now I know you guys have seen a lot of zombie shows and movies, so you're thinking like, okay, another zombie show or movie. But these guys do an awesome job. They're incredibly creative, and it's got a really great balance of comedy and creepy, crazy horror, gore, and it just they encounter a lot of insane people. So I highly recommend this one. Z Nation is a show about a group of survivors after an infection-based zombie outbreak. And basically it kind of centralizes around this one character who survived or developed antibodies for the infection, and so a bunch of random people are trying to get him to a place where they could make a vaccine or something like that. So but what I really personally liked about the show was it had shown me things that I had never seen and I had never considered possible with zombies, and I'll never forget them for that. Number 2, Prey from 1998. This show was pretty neat. It's kind of a rare show. I almost never meet anyone who remembers it, and there's been a few other shows with that name and movies since then. So, but this was a story about some kind of next evolutionary step of human beings who kind of had no choice but to make the previous human beings go extinct. And there was a lot of neat stuff, a lot of neat adventures. I think it was canceled because I definitely remember the feeling of like, that's really the end. But definitely worth a watch. Prey. Number 3, Threshold. Threshold was a very creepy ride. So there's kind of an alien invasion, but they're invading with like this kind of sound pattern, and it's like a frequency that injects their DNA into other life forms and mutates them, and it's pretty crazy, and it's a pretty fun adventure. So I don't know how many seasons there were. I think it was just 1 or 2. You're in and out. Another one of those shows that I don't think was very popular, but I personally thought was really great. Okay, moving right along. But let me just pause here for a moment. I'm going to go get my cup of coffee. And while I do that, why don't you check out this message from our sponsor.
Check out bizbin.com. From software design to socks, we're an auction house and marketplace focused on community. A community like yours. You have direct access to the sellers, members, handcrafters, and even the development team of the website itself. If you don't like something, say something. By joining the site, you're joining the community, and by being in the community, you're joining the team. We believe this business model allows us to grow a website around the community and cultivate a marketplace and auction house that is unlike anything you've encountered so far. bizbin.com. We're bringing the community back into e-commerce.
Hey guys, I'm back, and let's continue on with our list. Number 4, Jeremiah from 2002. Alright, I don't have enough good things to say about Jeremiah. really, really awesome show. And it's kind of... and what do you get if you mix the dude from Beverly Hills 90210 and the kid from The Cosby Show with a world of brutal violence and survival? Alright, so basically a virus wipes out all adults who have gone through puberty. And this story takes place 15 years after. So it's kind of like, little area people have developed communities and all kinds of different things. That alone, just that backdrop alone, is enough to get me into something, because I'd love to see these ideas of what people would build up afterwards. So, but yeah, Jeremiah was really awesome. And again, I think there's 2 seasons. Highly recommended. Gets the stamp of approval from Edgar. Number 5. You guys are all going to recognize number 5, I assume. It's The Walking Dead. 2010, they started making these. So of course we're going to add this to the list. Yeah, it's another zombie show, end of the world kind of thing. And as soon as the first episode opens up, you're going to be thinking, I've seen all this before. There's like this exact same scenario, nothing original, blah, blah, blah. But if you make it through the whole first episode, it is a pretty cool adventure. The characters are pretty cool, and the situations are pretty cool. You're kind of on the edge of your seat, freaking out about what's about to happen. They did a really good job. I think, in my opinion, and I'm sure you guys probably going to be making comments about this, but my opinion is the show it was really great, and I loved it, and I watched it every week, and then something changed, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I don't know. It just kind of drifted away. It felt like they were focusing more on escalating what human beings are willing to watch to keep people hooked, and some of the story, and I don't know, it just felt like it changed. So for me, I definitely think Z Nation is better than The Walking Dead. So yeah, go ahead, let the downvotes come. All right, the next one is number 6, The 100. The 100 also, I'm just going to lead with, I think it is great. It's a fantastic show. If you're into any kind of interesting future kind of stuff, you're going to love The 100. So this story starts off with, there's a space station. Okay, so Earth was destroyed by some kind of, atomic battle. This story takes place about 100 years later, and there's a space station, which is basically all of the space stations where people were still living when the Earth was destroyed. They all kind of clumped together into one big giant space station, and so they're surviving that way. But what happens is they're running out of resources, so they send 100 inmates, which happen to be teens and kids, to Earth to see if it's habitable, and they don't know if it is. But they didn't know what to do, so they drop these kids off to see if they could survive. And I don't want to spoil any of it for you, but they're not alone. They get to the surface, and there are humans still, or humanoids, and it's really, really good story. Meanwhile, the space station is running out of resources, so people can't survive there. So that was why they're trying to get people to live on the Earth and find out if that was an option, because they're all about to suffocate, basically. All right, now number 7. Number 7 is The Tribe from 1999. This is something I think a lot of people are going to overlook because of the drama and the cheesiness and the corniness of it, but it needs to be included in this list. It's about, it's kind of similar in theme to some of the other items in our list. It's about a future where adults were killed off by a virus and kids are basically left on their own to form tribes and social structures and everything. So, yeah, it's a little bit cheesy and dramatic. Some of the scenes are very drama oriented, but I don't know. It has a special place in my heart about a really cool group of random, kids grouping together and forming their tribe called the Mallrats, because the place they ended up holding up in was a mall, and they lived there. So, I don't know. Check it out. Maybe check out the first couple episodes. If you like it, great. I think you'll know very quickly. Alright. The final one. Number 8. The Last Man on Earth. Now this is the newest one, I think, in our list from 2015. It's a comedic approach to, The Last Man on Earth, so it wasn't a lot of crazy stuff. I watched a few episodes, and honestly, I didn't go back and finish them all. Doesn't mean it was a bad show, it just wasn't, didn't jump out at me. But, yeah, I always love the scenarios of, what would you do if you were in their shoes? So this guy is on his own, he can do anything, he's like picking up cool cars, and he goes shopping, and he just takes everything, he's just pushing everything into the carriage. It's kind of an interesting, just an interesting backdrop, which was enough to get me to watch a few episodes. So I don't know, maybe check it out, leave me a comment if you think it is cool, because maybe it is time for me to revisit. Alright, well, that wraps it up for our list this week. And hopefully you found some cool shows that you might be interested in checking out. And if you have any cool shows, definitely share them. Because maybe we didn't cover them all in this list. Surely there are other shows in the world about the end of humanity. So, thanks again for taking the time to listen to our video, and we will see you next time. Oh, and don't forget, if you get the opportunity, you can follow the link below to go and vote on these to get your favorite show ranked to the top of this list. That's just something we're trying for fun. So once again, my name is Edgar, and you're watching Mystorical Conspiracies. Have a creepy day.